Hello and good night, good evening, hello. I hope everyone is having an excellent Wednesday. Let me go ahead and pull you guys up. This is a Q&A session, but I do have some projects. Of course I have some projects. So we'll do a little bit of each, but if you do have questions or anything like that, don't hesitate to drop in the comments. I'm going to pull up the comments over here so I can see how you guys are doing and what you guys have going on tonight. So make sure to say hello once you tune in and let me know that you're here. Okay. All right, guys, I have us all pulled up. Alrighty, and we will start some projects. So, of course, Halloween is this week, so I do have a pumpkin for us to complete. I also have this really fun, I'm really excited about this one, guys. We're going to hold this one up for a second. A bistro, or I'm sorry, it's not a bistro spinner, it's a pillar stand. This is spectacular. This is my first time playing around with this. It's a antique white, completely wooden. I mean, it's pretty heavy duty. Right back here, it's got a screw in it, and you can unscrew this piece, and you can turn it sideways. So you can do a landscape or a horizontal design on it. Or you can even take this off if you want, and have just a wooden chalkboard sign. I guess it all absolutely works. However, I'm completely in love with this surface. So of course we're going to be playing around with this tonight. Okay, so let me put this up. Alright, again, tell me hello. Let me know that you're here. Hi, Mary. How are you tonight? I hope that you are well and that you guys are really excited for Halloween. I saw some posts, so you guys are getting really into it, and I love seeing it. Yay! So thank you so much for watching and stopping by. So now I have two of them out. Let me put this one back up here. And then I will be working with the Autumn Skies and Pumpkin Pies size A transfer tonight. This is one of my favorites. I'm trying to do fall. I'm trying to hold off on the holiday stuff for a couple more weeks, guys. So I did go out and I picked up a new transfer. So we'll be playing around with that one tonight. The other transfers that I'm using are the JackOLatern Shining Bright transfer. That's the pumpkins from it. And then I have the faces, one of the pumpkin faces. If there's not a whole lot going on tonight, I do have a tag too, but I'm not sure that we're going to get to that one quite yet. So if I don't get to that one, stay tuned because I will post it. Okay, so I think I'm going to stick with traditional colors. My goal going in tonight is to show you guys how to layer. We are going to be doing a hot mess, messy, crazy type of blend with this one, where I'm just kind of playing around and making a hot mess with it. And with this one, I want to kind of really show you how to layer. So I do have my blow dryer out. We will be sticking with traditional colors for both of the projects. Another thing that I'm realizing is that you guys are really new, and when you're new, you don't have a ton of colors to work with. So I do want to show you guys that you can create many different beautiful things with different types of feels to them, with different types of themes, using just a couple of the colors. So the colors that we have on hand are Papaya, Bumblebee, my absolute favorite yellow, and Scarlet. I also have a Bark on hand because I thought that that went well and kept with that autumn fall palette. And then of course I have my neutrals. I have my white and my black over here too, just in case. I have a feeling that these eyeballs are going to have to be black, so I did get a shimmer black out. Okay, but for the most part we're going to stick to 2 to 3, if not an additional 4, but definitely not that many inks for as many projects as we're doing. So it doesn't have to be expensive, guys. I guess was my big thing there. Alright, let's go. Let's do some papaya. Okay, this is not a new transfer. It's fairly used. I've had a couple of classes this month and it's been a popular one. So I'm going to skip right over the fuzzing. You will see me fuzz the brand new one when I take it out of the packet. So if you are new to fuzzing, you will get a chance to see that. If you love your transfers as much as I do, and you get a lot of use out of them, more bang for your buck, that is wonderful. You don't really need to fuzz if the transfer is getting a little worn in. You do have to line it up though. So our transfers are reusable. They are a silk screen transfer, so they are repositionable. You can wash them once you are done and use them over and over again. This one's kind of a pain to stick down here, yeah. All right, I'm gonna try to stick my fuzz mat under it because it's sticking an awful lot to my desk. Okay, so there we go. If you have ever used a Cricut before, the vinyl that you use with the Cricut is very similar to our transfer, except for Chalk Couture took it a step further and did put that silk screen, like a t-shirt silk screen behind it, and that really allows you to get seamless, detailed designs time and time again. So we will go ahead and start using papaya. Papaya has been my color of the year. I don't know if I'm ready to let it go yet. We're going to get a couple more uses out of it. Okay, I'm going to just stir up my paste. Sometimes when your paste dries out, it is not a paint, it's a chalk, so it does dry out. And when it dries out, you just need to stir, take a little stir stick and just stir it back together. And then if you need to, you can apply a little bit of water to it. All right, so let's go ahead and get some of this papaya going. I am going to, I didn't even take out my green because remember we are trying to stick to as few products as we can. So I'm just going to go all orange. Okay. If you guys watched me a few weeks ago, I did a blue pumpkin. So an all orange pumpkin is not that far out. You, of course, if you have the colors in your stash or if you pick up one of our palette packs, feel free to use whatever colors you guys want. This is a completely customizable craft. And I am applying a generous amount of paste on here. It is a larger pattern, so I applied a generous amount of paste. You can see it. Now at the end, I'm going to go through all at once. And I'm just going to pull all that excess paste down and put it back in the jar. When I do that, you can see the silk screen and all of the detail. Okay, so that's how you know that you have a good amount. You really can pull it because by this time the paste has already gone through that silk screen and is on the project. So anything that is still on top of the transfer is just extra. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to catch that extra and put it back in your jar before it goes into the wash bucket. Okay? This is what it looks like now. Woo-hoo-hoo, we're sticking. Guys, I'm a messy, messy person. You guys don't know the messy kind of side of me because I try to keep it together when I'm on camera, but I'm super messy. Okay. This is what this looks like now. My camera is a little delayed over here, so hang on. Bear with me for a moment. I just want to make sure you guys can see good angles. Okay, you see how I had a lot of paste on it and then I took a lot of it off. Again, all of the paste has already gone through. Now I'm chit-chatting. I'm being chatty tonight, so I'm going to take it off and I'm going to stick it right in my water bucket. Okay. This is just a water bucket. It's a bucket of water, and I have a couple little board erasers in there because I don't like the ghosting effect, where like your paste kind of leaves, like when you leave it on too long, it leaves a mark on your transfer. I don't like that. So I have a couple board erasers in here. It's not necessary. You can use microfiber towels or sponges. Let's go ahead and show you guys this. Woohoo! I love it. Look at the detail, the crisp lines. That's what the silk screen does. Every time. Every single time. Okay, so I'm going to wash this. We need to dry this because now I'm going to put a face over it, right? We're layering tonight. So if you have joined us, ask me questions that you guys have. Have you guys tried this? Do you like it? Did you get stuck? Are you brand new to our group and our videos? Let me know, guys. What's going on? Have some talking time, right? Okay. So if you guys talk to me, I sound less crazy when I do my playback later, right? Okay. So I just took this little board eraser, right, and I just gently scrubbed. I wiped. I'm not even going to say scrubbed. I wiped the front of the transfer. I didn't touch the back of the transfer. I didn't touch the sticky side. I'm now going to lift it up out of the water and I'm going to look at it. As long as there is no paste on the back side of my transfer, I am just going to put it over here on my towel. I'm not going to wash the back side of my transfer. I'm not even going to mess around with it. I will then take a paper towel and I will dry it. Or you can air dry it, or both. When you air dry it, make sure the sticky side is facing up. Okay? So give me just 1 second. My camera does not, my room is no longer big enough to capture the whole area, guys. You gotta bear with me. So then I take a towel and I wipe it down. And usually when I do this part of it, I'm going to get all of the dust and stuff that it has collected. Okay. So I've wiped that down. I've washed it off. It is now sitting over on the side, sticky side up. It's going to hang out over there. I'm also going to put the backer over there so I know where to put the backer. Okay? I want to now focus on this. This is going to take a couple more seconds to dry. Bear with me. I'm going to flip my blow dryer on. And I'm just going to dry it for a second. It should almost be there. So it shouldn't take too long. Okay, so guys, I talk all the time about, hi Jess, thanks so much for stopping in. We're layering pumpkins right now. So, I talk all the time about how your transfers are reusable and how if you take care of them, you can use them time and time and time again. When you are layering, make sure to take that extra second and make sure that it is completely dry. And the reason for that is because if it's almost dry, okay, clearly we're not going to put it down when it's wet. But if it's almost dry, then it's sticky. And what happens when you lay a sticker, okay, an adhesive, onto a semi-wet surface is that it's going to pull. Okay, so you don't want to do this beautiful work and have this come out wonderful, only to turn around and layer it and have that adhesive, that transfer, pull up on your paste. Okay, so take the extra second and make sure that you really dried your surface. Okay, so here's this. We're going to plot these over here. I told you I was going to use, my neutral doesn't count as my 4 colors. I'm going to pick black. I'm going to use a black. It is a shimmer shadow is what we're actually calling it. Okay, and we have small squeegees. When I'm working with smaller projects, almost everything except for the really, really big ones, I'm going to use my small squeegees. I have little hands. I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't know if I just started using these and I fell in love with them. We do have various sizes, everything from the mini squeegees all the way up to 4 inches, which is like a handled. And that works really well with your bigger projects. We also have a larger size that's still handheld called our angled squeegees. So there's definitely something that fits in with everybody. Okay, so we have our pumpkin done. I'm chit-chatting again instead of pasting. I am just going to take this guy. Once again, he's used. We love these pumpkins. We've used them all month long. He's not really that sticky. He is still sticky, but not terribly. So I'm just going to, instead of fuzzing him, I'm just going to hope and pray that we have him on the middle. Okay, he's going to go right on top. And I'm going to take some paste. And the shimmer never shows up on camera, and it sucks, but we're going to try it again. Anyway, try. Then one day you guys will see the cool shimmer, right? And we are just going to go completely traditional. I loved my blue pumpkins the other day, but we're just going to go orange tonight. Keep it nice and traditional. Okay, I cover it all the way. This is a smaller transfer that I'm working with, and it's going a lot faster than the initial base of the pumpkin. The only thing that I want to make sure that I do here is I want to make sure that I'm really applying the black, because it is going to be layered over the orange. I don't want any of the orange to peek through. Okay, so I'm really going to make sure that there is a solid layer of black on there. Okay. All right, here we go. And we're going to peel it. Voila! Okay. Whether you're working with paste or ink, it's the same process up until this point. If you are working with ink, I'm making a tote bag, I'm making a shirt, I'm making something that I'm going to wash, I, at this point, would heat set it. Since it's paste, we're going to stick it over here in the corner and let it air dry. And just as that base layer dried matte, that black will dry matte as well. This is a board surface, so I'm not going to be able to reuse it. But it's nice because I can make a design on the back side as well, which I plan on doing. So make sure that you're following along with our Moho Mondays and our Feature Fridays, because you'll see that one coming up. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some washing real quick. I hate to have to do this on camera, but it really does free up my space and lets us get to another project. So give me just 1 second. When I am done using all of my tools, they all go right back into the wash bucket. Depending on how many projects you do have to dump out your water and refill it. It does kind of get a little grubby. Okay. I think I have another squeegee in here. Maybe not. Okay. This transfer is going to go right in here as well. Alright. And it comes right off. We're doing it diligent. We're doing it right after we use it. And therefore, we really don't have any problems. You can leave it in there until you're done crafting. I do recommend you do it that day, though. I don't really like to let that paste dry in there and sit. Okay, so here's that first one. It's a big one, so I'm going to lay the transfer down. And then I'm going to put the backer on it. That's a little SS Designs exclusive right there. Look, no fuss, no muss. Woo. Usually what ends up happening is you get like those bubbles and like your transfer just doesn't lay flat. There you go, guys. See? You're hanging out with me and you're learning. Okay. So we're going to dry this the same way. Okay. And again, I don't really ever wash the back. I do dry it because it is adhesive, so it does pick up, just little dust and stuff. But if there's no paste on it, I don't dry it. The shiny side of the backer sheet goes to the sticky side of the transfer. The shiny side of the backer sheet goes to the sticky side of the transfer. There you go. Okay, so just like that. And then you're ready to store it. Okay? Oh, yes, definitely, Jessica. You really need to try it. It's just so much fun. It's so much fun and easy to do. And one of my favorite things about it is that it's reusable, but the kids can get involved too. Damien loves to come and make things, and everything from shirts to signs. He makes it all, and it's so easy. I don't have to worry about him designing things or making a mess or not being able to do it. You know, because with a lot of my other crafts, it's just the kids aren't able to do it as easy. And I really love that I can really get them involved with it. So that's a lot of fun, but you definitely need to try it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the autumn skies. Okay, this one is going to go on my pillar stand. This is a reusable Chalk Couture surface, so I don't have to do anything to prep it. Okay, it is a new surface, so I'm going to do a few different things. I'm going to write B1 on it, and that means the back of the backer sheet and the top of the transfer, so I don't have to worry about it when I put it back on. A lot of times if I use them for class, I'll also write the name of the transfer right on the back, so that way if I'm using it and the transfer comes separate, the transfer and the back are separate during a class, I can easily put them back together. Because sometimes in classes, people are grabbing transfers and you're putting them over here and putting them over there, and sometimes things get a little lost. This is a new transfer. We're going to do what we call fuzzing it. Okay, and when you fuzz it, you're just going to rub it on a microfiber or any type of rough surface and remove some of the adhesive on the back of it. The process to make the transfers is a really good process, and this adhesive that they use is really strong. So what you don't want to happen is you don't want your transfer to pull up your paste after you're done because it's too sticky. So you just fuzz it a little bit. You can fuzz it on your pant leg, you can fuzz it on a microfiber towel, you can fuzz it on one of our fuzz mats. And again, it just removes some of that stickiness. And we just fuzz this a lot, and it's still really sticky. So some are sticky, some aren't so sticky. After you use them a couple of different times, they lose some of that adhesive, and you don't have to worry so much about fuzzing them. But definitely the first couple of times you want to just play around with them a little bit and get that fuzzy out. When you are laying down your transfer on your board, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that it's nice and smooth and that there's no air pockets. The transfers are actually two different layers. They are a vinyl on top of a silk screen. So if you have air pockets anywhere in them and they're not smooth, then the paste will seep underneath it and it will make a mess. So push that all the way down, make sure that's nice and smooth. Again, with used transfers, you don't have to worry so much about it. It's really these new ones that tend to just stick everywhere. Okay. So for this one, what are we on? We have so far used two colors. We have used orange and we have used black. So right now I'm going to use orange and red. I was going to use 3, but I think I'm only going to use 2. Okay. So let's do, whoops, this is very, very dry. We're going to add some water to it and give it a good stir. This technique is super, super cool. We've done the ombre technique where you kind of blend them. This is going to be a hot mess technique. And what you're going to do is you're just going to dab it all over the place and then you're going to blend it all together. So it's a little disorganized. But it's super fun looking. So there's that one. And we just messed around with this one, so it should be good. And I am going to use my stir sticks. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scoop some up. A little piece of dried chalk hung out over here. Okay, so I'm going to get that off. there's a little piece of dried chalk sitting right on my silk screen. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, I told you guys I was messy. So, I'm going to take globs of it, and I'm just gonna make a mess with it. Okay? I'm really good at this, guys, so this is gonna be a really cool technique. Okay? Same thing with the red. Okay? Real quick, kind of chitter-chattery today. When you open your paste, if it is thick and it's not like liquidy at all, put water in it, because if you apply paste and it's too thick, you're going to ruin your silk screen. Okay, so make sure that it's easy to spread, I guess is the best way to put that. Okay. Okay, let's see. And then what we're going to do, I lied, I'm going to add yellow. It's okay, I'm still under 4 colors even with my neutral. Okay, so I have Bumblebee, and it's been forever since I used it. So we're going to stir it. Your pastes last about 6 months if you take care of them. Usually I run out of paste. I don't think I've ever had to throw them away because they're old. So I'm not too sure what happens when it gets old. They do say that they have a shelf life of about 6 months, though. I always run out of them. I don't know, guys. If somebody ever gets old paste 6 months from now, let me know and let's have this conversation again, because I'm not too sure. It's just chalk, so I don't know. But, okay. Anyway, something I do know about. We have just a crazy mess going on right here. It looks like chaos. Now I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to go back to elementary school and I'm just going to squiggle. And I'm going to rub it all together. Okay? And if there's too much of one color somewhere, I can come through and like add another color. You want to make sure that you have napkins around you. Okay? And just get your fingers really into it and really blend them. And move them around, and we're going to have to add more yellow, I think. Okay. You don't really have to rub it in, but you do want to cover your silk screen. Okay, let's add some yellow here. Some yellow down there. Some yellow over here, right? Some yellow. Who doesn't like yellow? Such a sunshine, fun color. Oh, let's go. Some yellow over there. Okay. The worst part about this technique is that you really got to make sure that all of your transfer is covered. Okay. I'm going to try to add a little more yellow up here. See what happens. See if that works out. Okay, ready? All right. Hey, Jessica, thank you so much for stopping in tonight. We are getting messy, making pumpkins and getting messy. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill that in. If you guys have tried this, and as you're stopping in and swinging by and out, if you have any questions, just drop them below. If I, for some reason, don't catch them on the live, I'll come back and I'll answer them. I have no problem with that. I know that a lot of you have been crafting, and not many of you know this. I just started in June, so this is new to me too. So it's not just new to you, okay? It's new to all of us. Okay, so if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. Many of you guys have been here since June, okay? But that doesn't mean that there's not a learning curve, and that doesn't mean that it's not still a new thing, okay? So, but don't ever feel like, oh my God, I'm new and I don't know what I'm doing. None of us do, okay? We just kind of make it up and do it. That's the fun thing about crafts, right? You just kind of go with the flow. Okay, so I'm doing that same technique. What I did was I just took my squeegee and I just pulled down through, just like I would with a regular project. and it actually looks really cool, guys. To be honest, I wasn't sure how we were going to turn out with this, but I'm digging it. I'm really digging it, okay? Let me know if you guys want to see what this looks like, right? What would happen if I just... That would be rude. I wouldn't do that to you guys. Look at this, though. Look at that. Doesn't that look so cool? Okay. Look. I'm going to show you one more time. Look at all those yellows and those oranges. And because we used our finger, it all blended. Okay, so here I am chatting again, letting my paste dry in my transfer. We are going to peel this beast up. Oh, so cool. So cool. So cool. Okay. All right, are you guys ready? Where did my stand for this go? Let's put it up on this one. All right. Bum, bum, bum. You guys ready? Ooh, look at that. It's not tightened all the way back here because I was so excited to show you guys. Look, though. Can you guys see that? Can you see all those colors? Woo! I love the way that it does that. Oh, shoot. Dropping things over there. Yep, hang on. I just saw a question. Yes. So we have, I have packets that I can send you of a little chalk chip, and it's like a mini Try Me kit. Chalk Couture through my website sells, they were like $20 for, Try Me kits is what they're called, and you get a stand, a transfer, and some paste packets with those. And we have the bigger starter kits too. So if any of that is of interest to you, just let me know, comment or contact me directly, and I can set you up with any or all of that. Yeah, so try this technique, guys. Give it a go. Remember, this is the end of the month, and I'm so off on this. We do have drawings. We have drawings every month for the, I randomly pick one of my top 10 most engaged members, and they get a prize from the prize vault. And we are also, this month, I am rewarding everyone who shares on my Share It on the Weekend post. Usually it's a Share It on Sunday. If I'm having a party, it's a Share It on Saturday, though. But anytime you leave a comment and you drop one of your project pictures in those comments and you share it with us, this month I will enter you into a drawing. And possibly next month, too. It's super exciting because month by month, more and more of you guys are trying this. So it's super exciting to see those projects coming in. So give this stuff a go. Let me know what your favorite project was tonight. And make sure to tune in tomorrow for Club Couture Thursday and tune in on Friday for Feature Friday. I have a very special Feature Friday coming up this Friday. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight, and I hope you guys enjoy. Have a good one.